How you doing, guys? It's Axel Rodriguez over here with Leon. We're back over here in the Meyerland area on this 2-foot home elevation project that we have working on. We've been working on it for about like 3 weeks now. It's already pretty much done. We're just doing minor adjustments to it for city code requirements. Let's go walk the project a bit so you guys can see what we're talking about here. So in the project itself, it's really straightforward. It was a 2-foot lift with like 4 inches. You guys can come here and see. We ended up cutting the slab for the garage because the homeowner still plans on using the garage, right, without making a ramp, because it is more cost effective doing it like this. Why? Well, because doing an elevated ramp requires specific code and it's more money. So how they plan on doing it is once it's raised, our columns are built, cut these beams right here, both. They're gonna do their own stuff, which is not something we're gonna take care of, just extending the walls so they can use it, the garage still as is. But pretty much the project's really easy project from other ones that we've done, right? We see right here, the open area. You're able to see all the 8x8 push piers that we installed, which are all around the house. We also see in the front area of the house, right here, the little porch that we lifted also. You know, the project's really simple. Now, the only thing here is, you know, passing inspections, doing everything the city requires, right? For those that don't know, city requirements are pretty hectic, especially here in the Houston area or like this type of flood zones, which is a flood zone AE, right? Mandatory raise was needed here because the homeowner tried to do foundation repair work, the city caught them, and then they said, hey, you're in a flood zone, you can't make any improvements without raising the structure. So here we are. We can walk here the project a bit, right? What we see here on this side, water pipes, everything was reconnected again, made it to be adjusted to the new height. Right now the guys are grading since the dirt obviously can't be clumped up on mountains so water can flow through it. City told us, hey, you know, you guys can't have that, it looks really ugly. I mean, we weren't done yet. We were still working on the project, but gotta follow their orders, right? More about the project itself. The homeowners plan on putting the property back on the market to sell. Pretty much in the inside is done, but they couldn't do anything because of the flood zone that it's in. More of the project that we're gonna be doing here. So with the city of Houston, you need to have like water mitigation plan or French drain, right? So we plan on installing French drain system right here. So all the water that comes here flows to the front. What we're gonna also do on the project is gonna be installing, we're gonna be building right here like a little platform with staircase so you can come in and outside. The side door and the front door also. The front door steps are just temporary right now. We're actually, that's just past inspection so the structural can come in and check out everything. Outside of the other projects that you see right here on Braze Bayou that are 10 feet up in the air, this is nothing out of the ordinary. We've done projects over there too. So passing or getting these inspected is just probably the most time consuming thing. If we didn't have to do any inspections, I mean, this project will be done in 2 weeks, but given that there's specific things we have to follow, we can't skip that obviously. Now where we're at, we're probably looking at around maybe 1 to 2 more weeks of work with inspections included and we'll be done. The homeowners have been very pleased. They've been aware of everything that's going on here. After we're done with the project itself, the homeowner basically gets all their docs basically saying they're FEMA compliant, they're able to move the people inside, etc., whatever they want to do, right? Our job is to just raise it. We have somebody handling all the permitting, so I only know very basic information. They're the one that handle the rest, right? And let's walk inside, get on the top. And we mentioned it a bit before that we're gonna make this garage still accessible to the customer by cutting those beams over there on that side. But if you see right here in this area, I mean, we cut the slab out, so the slab is on the ground. You know, the garage is not gonna be used up here to save money because they don't wanna buy or pay for a elevated ramp driveway, which is really expensive. So, you know, you can see right here the cutout we did, it left the slab and everything else on the ground. But yeah, pretty much it's really straightforward. I mean, we're able to do this if it's more cost effective to the customer. I mean, we're able to work with budgets. We see on the walls that pretty much with the machine that we have, the hydraulic machine, I mean, it makes it easy to raise houses, right? If you ever are going to raise a house and the contractor does not let you know that they have a home elevation machine, red flag, be careful. One, because they're probably gonna try to raise it with bottle jacks. Can it make the job happen with bottle? Yes, but you need someone super experienced. All it takes is one slip up and the house could fall or break completely. We've seen this in many cases. We come in and have to revive that project. And other times where another company offers you elevation and they don't own a machine, so obviously there's like already a hidden fee that's really expensive because they have to rent it from another company. So you'll sometimes get a better deal hiring a contractor that already owns a machine, like us at Leon, right? So we can walk the project a little bit more. We see in the inside, minor movement happened. I mean, you see right here, right? There was like big old gap. We didn't cause that, that was already there. Pretty much no separation happened on the house. The house and itself, it's actually really good condition still. You see the homeowners were doing a bunch of remodeling and they had to stop because of the red tags that they got. You see all the sheetrock and everything, you know, no cracks. They were floating and everything right here, so they couldn't really finish this completely. This crack and stuff, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember if it was there, but if it wasn't here, then this is the only thing that got damage. And you know, we don't cover, you know, cosmetic, that's cosmetic issue, but that's it. Pretty much everything else is pretty good. And mind you, if you expected no cracks to happen in your house, keep in mind, we're raising your house. Now, maybe like small cracks like that or small issues, you know, they did foundation repair work in the past, so these issues might have already been there when they were remodeling and the contractor didn't pull a permit, so who knows what happened there, right? When it comes to raising the house, can cracks happen with the hydraulic machine? Yes, but really minor. Can they happen if you raise a house with bottle jacks? Absolutely, yeah, because you know, it's not, the hydraulic machine's unified, so all the pistons push the same amount of oil through them and they all lift at once, unlike hydraulic bottle jacks, right, where you gotta pump each jack, you need a lot of people. It does take time, and shemming is a process that it's pretty difficult when you're, you know, using manual bottle jacks. So be careful when you plan on raising your house, choose a right contractor for that project. But we see the project, I mean, the customer had to stop. They couldn't proceed forward. But yeah, but just looking at the house itself and the walls, we don't see any actual movement that happened. Pretty much like small hairline cracks in the main living room area. You see issues like this crack right here. That's small, you know, that's foundation repair issue. I don't think this happened when we were raising the house. If you see cracks like this and your house is not raised, you have foundation issues, no doubt. It's already been 2 weeks since we last raised it. So for what we did here, everything looks good. I don't find any problems with it. Nothing out of the ordinary that we don't do. Now for people that are maybe questioning or have questions regarding this project and the price point that it has, we're a very clear and honest company when it comes to this, right? We're, you know, first things first, when it comes to us going out to bid these projects, we're always trying to earn your business, right? There's bigger guys that are charging enormous prices. We come in, we're very competitive. I'm not saying the other guys aren't competitive in pricing, but mind you, there's guys that are working in the government programs. They already got 20 houses lined up getting paid to them directly by FEMA. And we do work as well with FEMA, but a lot of the projects that we do, usually homeowners end up paying out of pocket. And you know, sometimes other contractors might see it as, you know, a waste of time for a $90,000 project than a $300,000 project that the government is paying them. So we come in and work and negotiate deals with the customer, and usually, you know, we're able to always offer a better price for what they're asking for. And we're very flexible, right? We can offer full turnkey where we do the whole skirting around the house, custom bricks, staircase and everything, or we can just come in and pick it up with columns, reconnect the plumbing, or sometimes if you want to do that on the side, you can also have your own contractors come in and take care of all of that. So, you know, we're very flexible when it comes to this. All you have to do is just talk to us, ask us questions. We'll see where your budget's at. We always point people to the right direction. If they can't afford it right now, we'll offer financing. If the financing that we have doesn't suit their needs, we always point them to other places they can go to get the funds. We try to earn your business, but we also can't push you to do something that you don't want to do at the time. Another question people have is, how do I know I'm in a flood zone, right? That's like a really common question that we get. And sometimes when we go out there, the homeowner doesn't know. Usually a home that's in a flood zone has a flood elevation certificate. That flood elevation certificate lets them know their current flood zone their house is in, what their BFE, their base flood elevation is, and where their current elevation is at. If your elevation is, say, 57 feet and your BFE is 60 feet, you have to raise it. Depending if you're in a 100-year, 500-year floodplain, you gotta be 2 foot above the 100-year, 500-year floodplain, which is, if you're at 57 to get to 60 feet, you need to raise 3 feet plus another 2 extra feet. That puts you at 5-foot raise to be, you know, compliant with the 100-year and 500-year floodplain. Sometimes we see cases where homes need to be raised 10 feet, 11 feet, 8 feet, right? The pricing does change depending on the size of the house, if it's a block and base, crawl space home, a slab house, right? If you have flooded and you don't have an elevation certificate, you can always contact us to go and give you an idea of what you're looking at, how much it can cost you to raise. But a lot of the times homeowners see the price and they prefer to sell the property, or they say that, but in today's economy, it is much cheaper to raise your house than to buy one with the interest rates and the pricing of home going up. We, you know, take that into account, and we actually do work with our pricing very well when it comes to somebody in a flood zone. So you have questions, just curious about it, ask us. We'll be available at any time. You can also email us at info@leonfoundationrepair.com. Other than that, if anybody has any questions, similar project like this, once again, give us a call at 832-398-6280, and Leon will be able to help you. Thank you.